glasses. You all, you can't really tell it, but Sister Deborah have very, very unusual light brown eyes. Very unusual. I got them from my dad, my father. All of my sisters have light brown, except for one sister and one brother. Everybody else, the other 5 have real light brown eyes. I'll let you see them. You can see Sister Deborah. My oldest sister eyes turns gray, blue, and light brown. That's how my dad's eyes were. He turns all colors. My dad never got a chance to see his dad. First of all, I want to say shalom, shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say it is a lovely, still yet morning in which the Most High Ahia has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. So I'm just coming with a little something. And first of all, I want to let you all know that something is about to take place in the world. It's not going to move slow. It's going to move real fast because it's already set right there. It's sitting right there, and we as melanated people, I can't say melanated because there's some hams or some African. I don't want to put them in the same pot, but we are sitting here and we see in situation, and we have ignored so much that is taking place in our nation. And because we have turned our face away from what Ahia was trying to show us regarding our own nation, we're going to see some things take place, and we're going to be looking and beholding it and seeing it out of confusion because we refuse to see what our own nation has done, is doing, and going to continue to do. So we refuse the curse. We reject the curse. When you refuse and reject the curse of the Most High Ahia, that means you are walking 100 times, 1 trillion times in darkness, wicked, and evil. Yes, I don't care what you're saying about Ahia. I don't care what you're quoting in the Bible, what you're speaking. You are walking strictly and wicked and evil. If you deny and refuse to accept the curse itself, okay? Because where I'm coming is this. I don't know why he's zipping me here and zipping me there, but he has every power and the right to zip me wherever he want to zip me. Here and there, over here. Now, I started off by telling you that something is about to take place, okay? This something is not going to ever end, okay? Until this country is destroyed. Okay, so it's something that's already right there in our faces, but because we deny that which Yah has put in our face, rubbed in our eyeballs, put in our hearts and our minds, we reject it all, and we see every issue that is taking place outside of the issue that is taking place among our nation. If we refuse the judgment and the curse that Ahia has placed in our midst around our nation, you know what that means? Get ready, because you're about to suffer even greater. See, only way your suffering cease, only way your suffering come up out away from you is when you own up to spirit and truth, and the truth of the matter of spirit and truth. And that's where I see the denial is at, and I see why he has to destroy our people in great numbers. Oh yes, you think he didn't destroy them back then? Go back to Torah and see how many times he destroyed your people. And you think he's afraid to destroy them now? Baby, he destroyed them right now in the midst of your face, and you still can't see it. So he has to step up the game. Don't think he had to step up because you took on a different path of understanding. No, he's stepping up because his will already say he's gonna judge your butt right here and now. See, the judgment is already there. It's just the fire have to be even hotter. The turmoil and the struggle and the issues got to go higher because you all refuse to embrace the fact of the curse itself and the judgment that follows behind it. So you're saying y'all is a lie and we are truth. Ain't nothing going on with us. We ain't doing nothing. Ain't nothing gonna happen to us. We're just gonna walk into the promised land, and after that we going to the New Jerusalem. You see how messed up on the floor? The mindset is already gone. Okay, while other prophets and prophetess are battling one another's word, even the word in which they battle shall cease. Only word that's going to stand forever is the word that rests at Ahiah's bosom, that's his spirit and truth. Isn't that sad? So they out here trying to get they Torah and what they say and what they believe in and what they understand, and Ahiah, his word is walking itself up and down the earth. Wow, you got other prophets and prophetess and prophets battling with each other, saying who's right and who's wrong. One thing a prophet must not ever use is you better follow me. You better listen to me. You better hear what I say. You better do it the way I say do it. You better walk the way I say walk. You better talk the way I say talk. You better move in the direction I say move in. And then it becomes them. What happened to Ahiah? Did you all know that the way the prophetess and the prophets are conducting themselves is not like unto the prophets of yesterday? It has to be they have to match up with Ahiah's prophet of yesterday. So what I'm saying is this. I come to you as a prophetess. I come with the power of Ahiah. I don't come here to tell you what you better do as far as what you're listening to, or you better go this direction, you better go in this direction, you better go this way, you better listen to me. That is not of Yah. That is Satan that stepped in the garden and is misleading and entertaining the flesh of man and woman, because Yah ain't signed no mission. Y'all ain't called nobody to run a race and tell people it's about what I'm saying, and you better do what I say, and you better follow me, and you better hear me, you better walk behind me, you better stand behind me, and you better get in line behind me, and you better do what I tell you to do. We got prophetesses out there saying, prophetess is out there saying stuff like that. We got prophets out there saying things like that. And you know what? They are not of Ahiah. Because let me tell y'all something that these ignorant, so-called, self-made prophetess and prophet don't understand. And they're not going to, because y'all ain't giving them the light to see. Nor is he walking in them toward the narrow gate. And this is what they don't understand. All your tough, bold, loud, ugly mouths are wicked and evil. It does not line up with Ahiah calling on our lives, on nobody's lives. It is Satan himself imitating Yah's true prophets, and they can't even get it right. Why can't they get it right, Sister Deborah? Tell us, Sister Deborah, why they can't get it right. It's because Ahiah said, if it was so, it will fool the very elect. And here I am, and I be fooled by all these ones that's on here saying they prophets and prophetess, trying to control the mind of the flesh of an individual. Yah did not call you to cry, especially when you on. You know why you're not nowhere near with what Yah is calling? Because it's not about you. It's about Ahiah's will. It's about Ahiah's way. It is about Ahiah whole orchestration of what he developed from before the foundation of the world. So when you step in here and you get on these devil platforms and act like the devil, telling people, you better. You trying to order people to follow behind you in your ugly mouth and the way you conduct yourself as a child of the Most High Yah. You are the child of Satan and Satan himself, males and females. Because you want me to tell you something? Let me tell y'all something. The prophets that Yah is sending, he's not sending them to battle with your ugly tails. He ain't sending them to challenge your understanding and your word that you have orchestrated. He's not sending them to follow you, stupid. You ain't giving nobody spirit of truth. You ain't directing nobody to light. You ain't opening up the spiritual anointing of the Most High portal. You just going straight to the gusto. You better follow me. That is not the word of Jeremiah. That is not the word of Ezekiel. That is not the word of Isaiah. That is not the word of not one prophet that stepped on the face of the earth by a higher, called, appointed, anointed, and mission. That is not their words. Get on here and telling people they better follow you and get behind you and line up with you. You sound sicker than Satan's is. That's why I tell y'all, Satan is not your worstest enemy. Your own flesh is. Because your flesh had you doing things totally out of the order of the Most High, higher. How can your flesh have you doing all these things out of the order of a higher? How can this be? Because wicked and evil has claimed you as theirs. That's why it could be. The wicked and evil has claimed you to be who they are, a part of their clique, and you're too ignorant to realize ain't nobody but stupid, ignorant men and women following anybody that said that they are a prophet of the Most High or higher, or any female that said that they are prophetess. You's a liar. Because it's not about following you and what you say, or doing or going based on your charge and going based on what you say. No! Not one prophetess was lined up the way you talk. Not one prophetess aligned up the way you walk. They didn't have to force people and talk negative to men to get people to tell people, you better line up with me. You better come my way. You better do what I tell you. You's a fool, and you gonna be a fool. And y'all gonna let you be a foolish fool. Because that's exactly where you headed. It does not make any sense. It does not make any sense. Yes, it does. It makes sense on the wicked and evil side. That's what the sense makes. It makes sense on the wicked and evil side. People need to stop, but they're not going to, because of the dark and evil days we are in. People really believe that people are going to listen to them. I'm giving people strictly spirit and truth, and guess what? I don't have nobody listening to me. Because if they did, they'll jump on a bandwagon and be preaching the gospel in spirit and truth. That's what, you know why I say it's preaching the gospel? Because he said, and the gospel shall be preached to all nations. And then, where are the ones who are supposed to be preaching the gospel? Because they think the gospel is their understanding and their wisdom and their knowledge. They ain't preaching the gospel. You got to know what the gospel is. And the gospel itself is spirit and truth. It is the power of who Ahia is. It is his spirit, his wisdom, his knowledge, his understanding. All that is spiritual. His endurance, his faith, his long suffering. That's what that is. Not out here telling people you better follow me. Get out of Babylon. You are a fool. You are a fool. If you think flesh got that much power to override the will of the Father, you don't have it. Foolish people. But then you won't hear these people go over there and tell, you won't hear these prophets and these prophetess that say they represent a higher take their tails over to the other lands and Israel and Jerusalem and charge those fake Jews and stand up before them fake Jews. They won't do it. That's another reason why you know they ain't who they pretend to be. Go up against those. Buckle up against the darkness of evil and wicked. They ain't gonna buckle up against that. Why? Because they are part of the evil and wickedness, and they don't even know it. Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad? You got prophets saying they chasing the history. Baby, you can't chase that which is dead. Hell with history. History is for the flesh. Break out with spirit and truth. That's for the spirit. People are anorexium in the spirit realm and obese in the flesh, and you can see it. You can see it. If there had to be an event, something take place today, and everybody had to run, 99% of our people couldn't even be able to run, our women and men, because they overweight. They can't move. They're not going to be able to keep up. They're not going to be. See what I'm saying? This is why I say they stuck on something that Yah has allowed them to be stuck on, and that to me is pretty stupid, ignorant, and I don't even want to claim ignorant, because too much is in them books that's being revealed to us through the Spirit. So I ain't gonna keep claiming ignorant because we know too much today. Knowledge was going to be increased. That means we know too much to keep running around here and saying, oh, people are ignorant. No, they know. It's just a choice that they choose. Now, what I was got on here for was, I know Sister Deborah all over the place, and all over the place is on Sister Deborah. Let me tell y'all something. The Spirit whispered in my spirit that the heathens and Gentiles are going to start, it's going to start being revealed. It's going to start being noticeable and revealed, the violence they're going to have toward each other. So I want y'all to know that. See, us, they always put us in the spotlight. But the Father said something to me that was so important about 4 or 5 months ago. He said, Deborah, but are us doing it? Do you think I'm going to stand and I'm going to tell the Most High Yah, but they doing this to us, they calling us this, they showing us on nationwide television that we're doing this and we doing that, and Yah said to me, but Deborah, are they doing it? What do I have to do? Yes, Father, I'll hire you. Our nation is doing it. Well then. So who cares if they showing us on nationwide television? They always shown us 400 years to be monkeys, animals, not human. So them showing us, show out. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Every last one of y'all at the sound of my voice, y'all is not connected to your tail if you turn around and deny that this chaos amongst your nation is not taking place. Y'all had to charge me. And I know that he knew that I was going to say yes. Because he's speaking to my spirit. He said, Deborah, are they doing that? I said, yes. Well then, in a sense, what are you whooping and hollering about? These people doing exactly what these people are showing that they're doing. And instead of you trying to stand on the mountaintop and holler at them and tell them they are in wicked and evil stage, don't do this, and that Yah is looking at them and they are going straight to damnation, you're going to blame the white man for showing what they actually doing. So I got in trouble that day by the Most High when he questioned me, are they doing it? So you see how you can get, he can bring you down any time of the day. He can stop you in your tracks and bring you to your knees in what is righteous. So when you're standing and you worshiping him, you got to be on the righteous side. You can't go on the left side and claim righteous. You got to either stay on the right side and claim righteous, or take your old dried up tails over on the left side and hold on to whatever that's on the left side. Stop trying to go in between. So let me tell you what he was telling me. He whispered this quietly in my spirit within the last 20 minutes. probably, it's been about 20 minutes. And he whispered it like, bam, bam. I'm like, what? You're going to start seeing Europeans and heathens going after each other. You're going to start to see the war in their nation at its highest. Not at its highest, but moving to its highest. So when you start to see them on the news killing each other by numbers, then you understand where Sister Deborah was coming from when I said that the Most High showed me this. They're going to be killing each other by numbers. They're going to be destroying each other by numbers. Because see, what the ignorant teachers of today is, they don't understand, and they're not going to understand, because truly the Ruach not in them. The spirit of Satan is. Oh yes, without a doubt. So y'all can keep on clamming on top of their internet and listening to their chaos all you want. I could care less, honey. Because when spirit and truth speak, I listen. So go wherever you need to go to get what you need for your flesh or your spirit. But he was saying that the Europeans and the heathens are going to be coming after each other in big numbers, and your eyes are going to be able to behold it. So he's telling me I'm going to be able to see it in clear sight. Now, while this is happening, you know what we're going to be doing as a nation? Killing and destroying and making sure our babies are dying, our women are dying, our mothers and fathers are being killed by their sons and by their women, but he's trying to say 80% by their sons. And the sons will be killing their daughters and their children. They're going to be doing what they do best, and that is destroying one another. Okay? But we're going to start to see the heathens doing it in great numbers, because it was hidden in time past. It's where we at is in the light. He's pulling those that belong to him in the light, so we can see that this is what has always existed, but they never put it up for the world to see. But Babylon has to be destroyed first from the inside before it can be destroyed by somebody from the outside. Hallelujah. Because that makes so much sense. Ain't nobody bobbing us. Ain't nobody destroying us. We've been destroyed because the way we treat, Babylon treats are higher, and the way the people his chosen treats are higher, along with the way Babylon treats are higher. Our nation treats are higher, worser. Let me say that again. Our nation treats are higher, worser than the heathen and Gentile treat are higher. Ain't they saying? Why? Because he is our Father. And look how we have no respect for him. We have no honor. We have no worship. We don't have nothing for him but disrespect. You get what I'm saying? So Sister Deborah says to you, I hope this give you something to see and behold. And I might go live today, but I wanted to just share with you that this is how bad it's about to get. It's already there, said Ahaya, but what he is going to do is force them to bring it into the light. Just a little part of the light, so you can see what Sister Deborah is saying. It wasn't that they were killing the majority of them, and majority of them on drugs, the majority of them are murderers or robbers and stealers or methamphetamine. Y'all said all of them, the majority of them are involved in that. So right now, you got to see the light. And he's only talking to his elect. He knows y'all that's in the darkness ain't gonna see nothing. Y'all ain't gonna embrace nothing. Y'all ain't gonna even understand nothing. So I sit and I say unto you all, understand, spirit and truth is the key to any and everything. Praise Ahaya in noonday, early morning, and in the midnight hour. Let him know that he all that answer. And you glorify him. Now, what is going to happen, and I'm sorry that this is going, I really do. I'm sorry that this is about to happen the way it's going to happen. In the process of the heathens and the Gentiles warring against each other so the light can see what's going on, you're going to have Negroes hooping and hollering and whining and crying on their behalf, because of what they're going to see and behold, what the heathen's going to go. And our people are going to run to their rescue. Yes, they are. That's just going to show you the sickness that's in this tribe, the Judah. it's going to show you the sickness, because you all reject what Yah has said about Judah, what Yah have given us from Genesis to Revelation. You all reject it, not only in your flesh, but in your spirit being, because man has taught you that you are a soul. A soul is what the heathens put in there. Wicked and evil have stuck in there. You are a spirit. A spirit is like unto a light. That was the image of the Most High. So, where do you hear that in Genesis? Chapter 1 and chapter 2. They took chapter 2 and put a soul instead of a spirit. Yah is not a soul. He is a spirit. And he told you what he gave you. The earth, which you were created, and his image, which is a spirit. Now, where does soul come in? You see how they can add and smear it to confound and interfere with your spiritual understanding. So Sister Deborah said, I hope you got something out of this, because this is beautiful. It is a blessing to receive this message, because I'm going to get with you on the things that's taking place, and how I'm not going to dance with the world. I'm not going to get on this devil platform and give you what you want to hear for your flesh. So go somewhere and sit down. If you're on this page now, go on to somewhere else. So Sister Deborah will say unto you, shalom and shalom.